All right, we've been talking about a lot of heavy topics here in Evening Plus tonight, which are all important in their own way, but I always want to leave with some exciting, fun stuff. And a big thing happening here at 13 on Your Side this week is that Sidelines kicks off tomorrow, our high school football extravaganza. Jacob here, Colton here. Let's talk about it. What are we looking at for tomorrow night?
Yeah, so that's like my bat signal. When you see the sports monitor
I didn't tell you I was putting that
just
in.
like appear out of nowhere. But yeah, tomorrow, the week one of the high school football season, we've been doing all these previews now since these kids began training camp. First week of August, and it's been fun getting to see the teams and the kids and the coaches again and catch up with them and preview how their season's going to be. But you hit a certain point about right now where I don't want to do any more previews.
I know, let's go.
Just get into it.
I don't want to talk about what could happen, what might happen, what a team needs to do this year to be successful. It's all on the line tomorrow. We're finally going to get to see it. Full slate on Thursday night, as it happens here in Michigan, Labor Day weekend. So most games happen tomorrow night, week one, and then we still have a couple on Friday night. So we'll have an abbreviated edition of Sidelines at 11 o'clock on Friday, and then it will be Friday every other week throughout the season. But tomorrow's the big one.
The big hoopla.
Tomorrow's the big one. We have Hudsonville and Byron Center is our first game of the week. Those are two teams that both went to the state championship game last year. Hudsonville, Division I, Byron Center, Division II. Unfortunately, they both lost. So two teams that are super hungry to get back there, two teams that should be pretty successful once again this season, but you never know because both teams had such a strong senior class that graduated. So can some of those sophomores and juniors step up this season? And then we have so many storylines this week in other games. Muskegon and Granville tomorrow night. Two teams that are also both looking to take the next step this year. Muskegon, they missed the playoffs last year for the first time in 23 seasons. So, man, are they hungry to get back. Granville had a great year. They think they can go even further. We have Forest Hills Central and Reese Puffer tomorrow night. We have East Grand Rapids and Lowell, which is a big rivalry match. Fruitport and Spring Lake. Yeah. Colton, you know about that one.
Oh, yeah. I'm a Fruitport grad, so I know the T between Spring Lake
and Fruitport. I'm going to put you on the spot here. Do you know about the paddle?
Yes, it was.
So Matt Gard was telling me about the paddle today. I didn't know. So the winner gets a paddle, I guess.
And we always throw it back and forth. Whoever wins gets to keep it. It's intense.
Tell us a little bit more about that really quick. And Matt Gard is our sports producer.
I don't know that much.
Colton, tell us about the paddle.
It's painted. I know it's painted with half colors from both.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, and whoever wins it gets to keep it for the year. And then it just gets pretty intense. Obviously, Spring Lake and Fruitport have a pretty big rivalry that goes back way back. So when I was a senior, we won it. So
it's like the spirit stick from the cheerleading movies.
I don't think so. I don't think it's like that.
Yeah, it is kind of like you get it and you have it, and it's awesome when you have it.
All right, I could see. So we have that tomorrow night, and then of course college starts this week as well. Ferris State actually plays tomorrow night. They're going to open their national title defense against Pittsburgh State up in Big Rapids. Then Saturday, we have GVSU at home against Lincoln. We have Michigan home against New Mexico. Friday night, we have, how could I forget, Michigan State and Western Michigan going to play each other to begin the season. Central Michigan on the road at San Jose State. They're all the way in California. So this is the week we really get going. Then, of course, next week, we'll bring the Lions into the fold, and then we'll have everybody going. But this is the start. This is the start of a long run where it's football now up until pretty much the new year. So I'm a happy camper here.
We're just going to call you Football Seus.
That's fine. That's fine.
And let's talk a little bit about behind the scenes. Many in the community very familiar with 13 on Your Sidelines. It's been around for decades. But if anyone is just hearing about Sidelines, I mean, it's awesome. It's crazy. It's a lot of fun. It consumes most of our Friday newscast. Yeah. Tell people a little bit about the format if someone, we're trying to bring in more people to watch.
Yeah, so we have so many hardworking people here at the station. Obviously you see me on Friday nights doing the highlights, but there's so many more people that go into the process. We probably have about 7 or 8 photographers, including myself and producer Matt Gard, who you'll see on the TV. We go out and we each shoot 2 to 3 games, come back, edit it, and we're back here at 10 o'clock for an 11 o'clock show, so it's a tight turn to get the highlights in and make sure we have the scores in and make sure we're saying your kid's name right. And for all the kids' names who I will not say right this year, I'm so sorry.
They try their best. I can attest to that.
Please be nice with the email you send to me to correct me. But there's so much work that goes into it. Matt spends all week putting the shows together, and then, of course, we have the cheer teams here every week. We get the shots of the bands and all the other teams and clubs and sports that are there on the sideline. So it really is such a community feel that goes into the show, and I think that's one of our favorite things about it is it really does go beyond the highlights, which is super exciting. Granville cheer team, they're going to be the ones here tomorrow night, so they'll be the first ones you see behind me when I'm doing the highlights. So it's a lot of fun and community-based, and get to highlight the kids and the coaches, and you just see all the hard work that they put into it and we put into it, and it really is a great product and a great time of year.
And if you're into weird little local news fun facts, it all happens actually where we're sitting right now. This stage that we're sitting on.
Roll it out, get the helmets in.
Gets rolled out and the helmets come in and the bleachers. And so it's literally where we are right now, but it'll look very different, it's a huge just production to get everything set up. And they're right here in studio, and there's a lot of yelling and cheering and screaming. It's just so much fun. I think that's a pretty good look at anything else to point out for tomorrow.
Well, if you want to segue it a little bit, I need the weather to be good tomorrow. I need it to be good.
And it's looking good, right?
Yeah, storms in the morning, but by the time the football games start, we're good. We're in the clear.
Sometimes cold in week 1. Could be like brutally hot.
Oh yeah.
So wasn't last year really hot? I feel like I remember seeing you sweat in the sun.
I'm gonna hate myself for saying this. We had such good weather last year. We didn't have any rain weeks. We really didn't have any snow weeks. That's the biggest thing. I can deal with the heat. I can deal with the cold out there. Once you start getting the elements into it, then the job becomes a bit more challenging. You can run this clip back in 5 weeks from now when I've said we've had 4 rain weeks and 2 snow weeks, and there was a tornado in the middle of one game. That was
that's the worst. That's worst outcome.
We don't want any of that.
Anyways,
Thankfully,
no snow.
Tomorrow we'll have some rain, but it'll be out by the time the game starts, so that's
matters.
good. Next Friday, though, I wouldn't be shocked if it's rainy with lake effect rain and temps in the 60s. So hopefully that changes, but just be prepared next Friday.
Okay.
Have the raincoat ready.
A little different.
We'll get through this Friday.
The umbrella over the camera.
We'll worry about next week.
Exactly. But thankfully right now,